past 7 or more years, I've been on a quest to find the perfect microphone. And the technology, boy, has it changed. This is about a third of the microphones that I've bought over the years. They're more the recent ones. I've got cheap mics, boom mics, Rode mics, which I'm not too fond of, middle range mics. These are my go-to mics I've been using for a while now. They're pretty good, but they're a little big and slightly bulky. But then I discovered these mini mics, the DJI Mini and the Hollyland Mini. You can get all sorts of different configurations. You can see this one's a dual configuration with this piece that can go into cameras and phones. For the same price you get one mic with DJI, you can get two with Hollyland. So we'll see how good these are and the things I like about this one and the things I like about this one. It's very interesting what's going on here. Today we're going to focus on the DJI mic. The reason why I got this, even though I purchased this beforehand on a deep deal, I bought this because it automatically syncs with other DJI products. It doesn't sync with the Neo necessarily, but it'll help sync with the phone through the app. So I'm going to try it with that eventually. I've been working with the DJI Action 4. Now it says it will go for the Action 5, but it also syncs up with the Action 4. So we're going to show you how it works with this. And then I'm going to switch out my camera. I've got a Sony ZV-1, and then I'm going to hook up the DJI Mini to that, and we'll show you the difference between what comes with the camera and how it sounds with the Mini. So let's go to a top-down shot, and I'll get into all the details and the things I like about this and the things I'm not real happy about. This is the $89 kit. You can actually get just that, and if you're going to use it only for the action cam, this is $59. That might be the option you want to do. It's cheaper. I heard someplace that an Apple smartphone cost about $15 to make. Probably costs more in tariffs and shipping than it does anything else. So I can't imagine that this microphone costs more than a couple dollars to make, and they're going to charge you $59. Here is the piece that goes into the camera. It doesn't come with a container. This is a piece that you can put in if you're using a phone. It just goes in here like this. This is the noise reduction. +6, +12. This is a little rough, but it's got a nice obvious click. And this is the one they sell for 2 microphones. So I guess you could buy a separate microphone and add it to this kit, but you might as well buy the $169 version if that's the case. Let's get this out without breaking it. And this is the protective cover that goes in if you're not using this. It comes with 2 different windscreens, this gray and this black one. You got 2 holes here on the side. You got these 2 little pieces here. You got some little divots there, so you just push it in and it clicks in place. For windscreens, this is probably the best I've ever seen as far as connecting it. It's on there. You really have to try to get it off. And here's the gray connecting. Absolutely top notch. If you're interested to see how this sounds with the Action 4 outside, I'll post it up there and down below. The thing I like about this is that it's small. The thing I don't like about it is that it's small. As compared to the Hollyland, it comes with little things you can tape over the logo. I don't want to promote a product if I'm not getting paid for it. Some people like to have the little DJI logo. It's both here and on here. The clip is attached permanently. With the Hollyland, you actually have to swap the magnet out and put the clip on. Is this clip going to hold? Not too bad, but it's not as strong as this. That's fused right into the microphone. The Hollyland doesn't fit in its charging port, only with the magnet. I'm using a plastic container to put the various components that fit in there, the 2 windscreens and the USB-C connector. One thing that I'm having a major problem with is this magnet. If you're going to clip this onto something and you're not going to use the magnet, you really need to put it in a container like this, because I've lost that magnet it just disappeared because it clinged on to anything metal. In this case, it was a keychain. And if you lose this magnet, you can use any other super magnet you might have, and it will function the same way. A replacement magnet from DJI, probably not very cheap. Here's the charging port for the Mini. It has a dual charging cable. It's fairly beefy. It has a USB, not a USB-C on this end. So I had this plugged in here, and I had this plugged in here. On a side table I had plugged in to a charging port. I bumped it, and this thing, where did it go? And it fell into an area under the desk that I had a whole bunch of stuff, and I couldn't find it. What happened was I had a clipboard sitting up against the wall, and it was right there on the clipboard. And it concealed itself fairly well. I wish it just directly plugged in somehow into the Mini, because they didn't want to put that port in. It would just make this all much bigger. So if you were to drop this in the ground, it might be really hard to find this. Grass, whatever. So be cautious of that. You turn on the Action 4, you turn on the Mini, they'll kind of find each other. Wireless mic. Boom. And now you can see that the DJI is connected to this camera. I'll switch the cameras from my Sony that's filming right now to this Action 4, and I'll show you what it sounds like in different configurations. So what you're hearing now is the camera mic configuration without the Mini connected. So this is what it sounds like with the Mini connected to the Action camera. And once you link up the Action camera to the Mini once, all you have to do is hit the on button and it will automatically sync up with that. We'll just kind of put it up here on my collar, right under my chin. That's what it sounds like. Many times I'll put it on a hat on the side, and you've probably seen that before with other mics. Now we will use the magnet, put it on the inside of the shirt over the heart. So this is what it sounds like when it's hanging on your shirt. It really fits in there well. It really doesn't buckle the shirt at all. It's just pretty darned lightweight. Now we'll take and put the wind protector on there. You probably won't hear much difference. I use this outside in a breeze up to about 10-15 miles an hour, and that video was nice and crisp, a lot like this video. So we'll just do the magnet now, and the microphone is inside my shirt now, and maybe you can hear a difference, maybe you can't. If you wear it under your clothes, that will function much like this wind protector does. So now I'm going to go to the ZV-1 camera. We'll hook it up using the Action 4 camera to get the top-down shot, and then we'll give this a try on the ZV-1. Windsock goes on, the omnidirectional microphone on the ZV-1. So we're going to slide that in. Fits there nice and tight. The microphone jack for the camera is here, and the microphone jack on the receiver is there. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now we'll turn on this, and then we'll try to sync it. All right, it should be synced up. Before we start, here is the baseline using the ZV-1 microphone, omnidirectional, standard configuration that I've used for a very long time when I'm in the studio, and even outside if I'm within, say, 10 feet. Here we go, DJI microphone Mini. We'll put it up on the collar here first, like we did on the Action camera. So what do you think of that? Again, you could put it on a hat, probably the same level of distance. That's what would happen if it was on a hat. We'll put the windscreen on. What do you think? Is that working for you? Now we'll take the windscreen off, put it inside the shirt. That's inside the shirt with the magnet on the outside. What do you think? So there you go. An evaluation of the DJI Mini. I think it could be the best microphone out there. Certainly for the price. Even though it costs the same as two Hollyland Land microphones. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of technology, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds. I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what kind of technology you're gonna hear.